Hi all, I am Dr. R. Harinisree, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of CA and IT, Kamadin Arts and Science College, Satyamangalam. In this presentation, we are going to see about Visual Basic. So Visual Basic is an object-oriented programming language and it supports the concepts of encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism and etc. In Visual Basic, all the variables, methods and application entry points are encapsulated within the class definitions. Visual Basic is explicitly developed for .NET framework and it enables programmers to migrate from C and C++ and Java easily. Visual Basic is a fully event-driven and visual programming language. Microsoft provided an IDE, which is Integrated Development Environment tool called Visual Studio to implement VB programs quickly. So this is the features of Visual Basic. So Visual Basic contains various features which is similar to other programming languages such as C, C++ and Java. VB is a modern programming language and it is very powerful, simple for building applications. VB is useful in developing Windows, web and device applications. VB provides automatic memory management by clearing unused objects. VB is type-safe programming language and it won't allow performing unchecked typecasts. VB provides a structured and extensible approach for error detection and recovery. So this is Visual Basic arrays. So arrays are useful to store multiple elements of the same data type at contiguous memory locations, and arrays will allow us to store the fixed number of elements sequentially based on predefined number of items. So in this previous chapter we learned about variables and in Visual Basic, which helps us to hold a single value like dim id as integer is equal to 10. In case if we want to hold more than one value of the same data type, then the arrays came into the picture in Visual Basic to solve this problem. An array can start storing the values from index 0. Suppose if we have an array with n elements, then it will start storing the elements from index 0 to n minus 1. It means n means number of elements. So this is the representation of our array structure. So 10 value is stored in 0 index. So this is your first value, then this is your last value. So this is the Visual Basic array declarations. Arrays can be declared by specifying the type of elements followed by the brackets like as shown below. Dim array name as data type. Here array name represents the name of an array and data type will present the data type of elements to store in an array. For example, the following are the different ways of declaring an array with different data types in a Visual Basic programming language. So this is the sample code of array declaration. So if you observe the above example, we declared arrays with required data types based on our requirements. In Visual Basic, array elements can be any type and by default, the values of numeric array elements are set to 0 and the reference elements are set to null. Null means 0. So this is Visual Basic array initialization. In Visual Basic, arrays can be initialized by creating an instance of an array with new keyword. By using the new keyword, we can declare and initialize an array at the same time based on our requirements. Following are the different ways of declaring and initializing array elements by using new keyword in a Visual Basic programming language. Visual Basic array types. In Visual Basic, we have a different type of arrays available. Those are single dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional arrays, jagged arrays. Visual Basic array classes. So in Visual Basic, we have a class called array and it will act as a base class for the arrays in Common Language Runtime, which is CLR. The array class provides methods for creating, manipulating, searching and sorting arrays. For example, by using sort or copy methods of array class, we can store the elements of an array and copy the elements of one array to another based on our requirements. Following is the example of using an array class to sort or filter or reverse array elements in C# programming languages. Thank you.